Fanboy is very eepy today. What's up, my fellow clout givers? Today, we're going through some hate comments on my channel. This is something I thought would have been done way earlier than anticipated. I had this video planned for a while, but I'm super duper lazy and never got to it. Instead, I cover a lot of other things and made a hustle video. Please watch my hustle video. I put so much effort into it. It's so much better than any other video I've ever made in my life. Please go watch it. It's actually a good video, not some commentary goy slop. But for all of you guys watching, and for all of you that voted on my poll on my community tab, I am going through hate comments. I have stored quite the amount of hate comments on my channel, and I'm going to read them all and mock them for their insane amounts of stupidity. Let's get to it then, shall we? Fun fact, doing that cringe-ass moan in the first 30 seconds turns people away, like me. Don't care. No shit. You are some guy with a channel on YouTube, blaming some random motherfucker for views. I'm just letting you know your clout-chasing attempts fall flat when my ears are raped by your awful voice. So this particular comment is under my video on Actman, and the clip he's talking about is an edit I made of Ruby Ranger moaning into the mic for 30 seconds straight because of a very stupid statement that the Actman made.
Might be something to that style of gameplay.
And this guy somehow thought that that was my voice, so like, good to know that your hearing skills are in the negatives. -1 perception for ya. And also, the classic statement people love to make towards me when I dare to criticize somebody for saying something stupid is they resort to calling me out for clout chasing, doing this shit for views. You wanna know the most poetic thing about this argument? They most likely are subscribed to many other channels that have gained a following out of clout chasing. Lots of big YouTubers have done it, lots of them, and yet, when you're on the smaller side of commentary, you're the problem. You're the clout chaser. When like, getting views on YouTube is the entire point, and making fun of dumb people, as it turns out, gets you easy views. Who would have thought, man? Word of advice to you, man. Getting views on YouTube is the entire point of YouTube. Notice me, senpai. I am commentating on a person's dumb arguments. That is the point of YouTube, is to get attention. And if you don't like that, then cope. Just cope. I don't understand why your attitude was kind of shitty towards Actman. Like, what did he do to you? LeMayo. I don't know. The shitty attitude is just kind of annoying in my opinion. Like, you can critique someone without coming off as a massive dickhead. That's more of an L in my opinion. Look, I can be an asshole to people whenever I feel like it. But the question I have is, when did I come off that way in particular in the video? See, when I made that video on Actman, I focused a lot more on debunking false statements that the Actman made, not insulting him. I don't necessarily like the Actman, but I also don't hate him. I think he makes okay content. I just don't think I was being an asshole to him on my video. I rewatched the video I made on him, right? And I can't really pinpoint an instance where I was acting like a massive dick to him. There was one instance in the video where I went on a tangent about how much I love Halo, and totally do not hate it, but the rest of it, I think I was being pretty fair towards Actman. Don't get me wrong, I can be an asshole to people, but me personally, I think I was treating Actman a lot more respectfully compared to others. What a genuinely awful response video. How did you record, edit, and upload this and think, yeah, I really nailed him there? You know, this comment would make a lot more sense if it was on literally any other video I made where I was exposing them or being harsher on them. But again, it's under the video I made on Actman. My intent towards the Actman was not to dunk on him. My intent was to correct him. He obviously got a few things wrong in his video, like the time frames of when GoldenEye and Doom 64 came out. Everybody gets things wrong. Sometimes my friends get things wrong, even I get things wrong. That's why, when it comes to analysis videos, response videos exist to correct somebody when they get things wrong. You know what I think? I think you came to my video first thing and immediately went rage mode because I might have said something in that video that made you agitated. It's okay, I get it. You like the Actman. You think he's a great YouTuber. I get it. No need to sugarcoat it. You like him. However, just because you like somebody doesn't mean they're always right. I'm really out here with healthy life lessons in a response video towards hate comments. This is the life I've chosen. All he said was, arena shooters are a niche genre currently, and y'all lost your marbles. Lost my marbles? Sir, I think you got the wrong people. I didn't lose my marbles. I simply went, hey, you're wrong, and here's why. There is no marbles to be lost here. I am just fine. Yes, arena shooters are niche. Niche does not mean dead. Actman was saying that nobody recognized the arena shooter genre, and we simply corrected him. It's that shrimple. The genre isn't dying. It is dead. Nobody knows what you're about. Okay, can you formulate sentences correctly? Nobody knows about your niche within a niche. Your entire genre could disappear and nobody would notice. Lol. Correction, you wouldn't notice. I think some of these people involved are just actively choosing to ignore the genre, and then they come on here like, yeah, your game genre's dead. Get fucked, loser. Act stands, man. They are toxic as hell. Wouldn't be the first time, by the way. I've dealt with these idiots like this before. Many times. It never gets old. Valid points made, but honestly, this is pretty much just a nerd emoji video. Also, it sounds like you genuinely got offended by his video. Couldn't you have just made criticism without being pissy? I mean, I know it's the internet, but like, did it really hurt you that much? I don't think it did. Yes, this was a video pretty much made to appeal to the masses. Is their shit wrong? Yeah, but is it still a good video? Yes, it is. Is it okay to correct him on the video and all its mistakes? Yes. Does it require you to get pissy with people about them not being correct? No. Take a chill pill. Honestly, man, it kinda sounds like you are the pissy one and not me. I made a video simply correcting Actman, and you're in here like, wow, look at this nerd correcting my favorite YouTuber. It's still a good video, you're just pissy. Oh, and the poetic irony that this person is calling me pissy towards the Actman when 1, his username is rage_TV, and 2, he's calling me a nerd for simply correcting the Actman on the arena shooter genre. I think you are the one that needs to take the chill pill, buddy. Just relax. I mean, you said it yourself, man. It's the internet. All I did was make a video on somebody. Not that big a deal, okay? Just relax. I got you, man. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Genuinely one of the worst videos I've ever watched. Quit. Damn. He got me there. I'm a fraud, really. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just quit my YouTube channel. It's for the best, guys. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. A sacrifice has to be made. I'll miss you all. I'm just fucking with you. My video on Actman is not the worst one ever made. The other video I made on Actman was the worst one I ever made, and that's why I deleted it. So not only are you wrong, you're stupid. Go home, mate. You're drunk. I'm perfectly fine, sir. I do not drink alcohol, and I never will. Thanks for your concerns, though. You are a child arguing with an adult. Arena shooters are dead. They just are. They have their niche fan bases, but they are mostly dead in the majority's eye. Also, it seems some of the jokes made flew right past your head. Not saying they were funny, but they were jokes. I won't deny the fun of arena shooters, but let's face facts. None have come out in the past 15 or so years that have mainstream appeal. And no, indies don't count, because they normally have very niche, small audiences. He was purposefully skipping them over because none are that relevant to have much to talk about. Okay, first of all, I am 21 years old. I am very clearly not a child, but whatever fits your narrative, I guess. Arena shooters are not dead. They can be niche, but niche does not mean dead. Appealing to the masses in of itself is very fallacious if your argument is that nobody cares about this genre. I would also like you to elaborate further on what jokes from Actman's video I have apparently missed, or alternatively, you could just admit that he's just flat out not funny. That's your other option. If you have to explain to me that there's a joke in the video and what the joke is, then the joke most likely is not funny. Of course, comedy is subjective, but at the end of the day, jokes require punchlines. And buddy, there was no punchline. whatever joke it was probably a shit joke. Bro, like, for real, why discuss for a video game? For me, is easier, ignore them, make a 30 minutes video responding to video game criticism, ignoring if the criticism is bad or good, just like, let them with their bad opinion about the game. You don't need to be a judge of internet or something. The same applies to Mayo. When someone posts a bad opinion about Eternal, he makes some kind of video answering to it, like, I have 250 hours of Doom Eternal, 50 of Doom 2016, and I finished Ultra Kill 3 times. For real, man, we don't need to argue about it. Sorry about my English, I am Brazilian, so this is my opinion, man. Consider if you want. I really don't get this argument, by the way. Letting people have their bad opinions is not a good mindset to have, because realistically speaking, let's say someone made a really bad post about a certain game you liked. Like, let's say Undertale, for example. I hate Undertale, but just bear with me here. Somebody makes a really shitty video explaining how Undertale is one of the worst games ever made and that nobody should play it. That's how bad it is, right? And all of a sudden, everybody agrees with it, except for you. And you could potentially make a video on this guy, debunking everything he has said about the game, because you know for a fact that this is a bad opinion, not because of the opinion itself, but because of the arguments he makes. What you're telling me is basically, even though somebody is very obviously wrong, you're just gonna let them get away with having a bad opinion. That's kinda stupid. Anyone with an objectively bad opinion deserves to be called out. At least, that's just my 2 cents on it. I mean, if we didn't call people out on their opinions, we'd probably have even shittier games than the ones we have right now. Let's be honest here. Opinion. Having an opinion does not magically deflect the facts. You are completely obligated to have an opinion, but don't expect people to agree with you, and most certainly do not expect people to not call you out for it when they are capable of pointing out lies and misinformation. I guess technically speaking, Under the Mayo didn't do either of those things, but he definitely tried downplaying what the game was trying to do, and it kinda just rubbed me the wrong way. Mayo obviously did not understand how Ultra Kill was meant to be played, or actually, he did understand how it was meant to be played, but he, for some very stupid reason, did not want to play it that way. The fun way. I understand that his reason is that he wants games to push you with challenges, but not every game is built around that idea. At 30:37, you have just invalidated your entire response. You have just tacitly admitted that this is the fault of the game. If the game fails to persuade you to play in a manner that is fun, then the game has failed, not the player. This is a bullshit attitude that has led to a decline in quality in games. You have just accidentally validated Mayo's entire argument. This is why Ultra Kill is going to only appeal to a small collection of tryhards like myself. Also, shut the fuck up about how ammo limits will hinder creativity. That's the same horseshit complaint people levied at Doom Eternal, and just look at how wrong they were. Limitations give rise to creativity. If you have no limits, you have no need for creativity, or worse, anything can and will happen, sapping away investment. This is something every good writer has learned in their lifetime, and only a shithead would say otherwise. So that's it. We're 2 for 2 in failed replies to Mayo's video. We have one moron saying, you just want it to be like Doom Eternal, and you saying that it's his fault that the game failed to encourage him to play the way it's meant to be played, while also saying there is no correct way to play the game. You guys sound like gaming journalists at this point. Sure, I'm still going to be playing Ultra Kill and enjoying it, but even I can admit that something isn't perfect and can still use improvement. I'm still going to try to be stylish because I want to, but make no mistake, this design philosophy is bullshit, and I'm glad the developers aren't listening to you. This one just made me laugh. because it just came off as extremely pretentious, especially the "I'm glad the developers aren't listening to you" part of the comment. So not only did this guy just miss my point entirely on why I said this in the clip he's pinning in the comment, it's not the game's fault that you chose not to play in a stylish way. It just means the game did not persuade you to use other mechanics that make the game fun. The game merely wants to convince you that there are other ways to play rather than being something along the lines of Doom Eternal, where if you don't play the game right, you get punished for it. I'm basically calling out Mayo for being creatively bankrupt. The game was obviously made around the idea of being stylish and executing deadly combos in order to go through a level faster, but Mayo didn't want to play it the way it was meant to be played, and by doing so, he intentionally ignored what the game is all about and called the game flawed because of that. Basically, my point was, you can play with the piercer only if you choose to. The process of going through the game with piercer only is repetitive because you are actively making it repetitive. Also, Ultra Kill and Doom Eternal are completely different games that share a similar foundation. Yes, you can be creative in Doom Eternal with the weapon swapping mechanic, but not to the degree that Ultra Kill does it. In Doom Eternal, you're forced to use specific weapons if you want to kill something a lot faster. In Ultra Kill, the game lets you do whatever you want that you think is creative and stylish. It's a sandbox. It's Devil May Cry if it was an FPS game. You're not just doing it because it can kill things faster, but also because it's pretty fucking cool. And if you do cool things in the game, you get rewarded for it. That's the difference between Ultra Kill and Doom Eternal. That's why I'm saying that if you put an arbitrary ammo limit in Ultra Kill, you're going to limit that creativity that the game offers. Because Ultra Kill is not trying to be Doom Eternal, it's trying to be Ultra Kill. And when you call a game Ultra Kill, you better deliver. Also, the game already kind of has an ammo limit with guns like the nail gun and the rail cannon, as well as alternate abilities for guns like the rocket launcher. So there you go, I guess. Also, the person this guy is talking about that's calling out Mayo for wanting Ultra Kill to be Doom Eternal, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Bodakanta. I'm not too sure, but it's still pretty funny. I'd like to follow up as well that we had a small conversation in the comments and he ended up apologizing to me, so credit where credit's due to Lolt West. +1 respect point for you. Listen, I get that Mayo thinks he gets game design and acts like the shit, and he has several opinions about Ultra Kill I really don't agree with, but this video really does not need to exist. None of these step-by-step breakdowns and rebutals of Mayo's opinions do. Let him have his shitty video game opinions and stop taking his bait. Brother was popping off like, it's a little disingenuous to say that he's responsible for stuff going in the game, like dog. Bro was joking. You took that bait like a fish. If people hate this opinion, quit obsessing over it and stop giving it attention. This one's similar to the first Mayo Stan comment I got earlier. I stand by my statement that you should not let people be with their shitty opinions, but I never got the point these people were trying to make in the comments that Mayo was apparently joking or that I took bait. So the joke apparently is the fact that Mayo said that he is the one responsible for the new changes that Ultra Kill got. Now, I really have to beg the question. What's the punchline? What is the punchline? Is it that Mayo thinks really high of himself and takes all the credit of Ultra Kill being changed? Was it a statement made out of pure spite towards the dedicated Ultra Kill fans that called him out for being disingenuous in his reviews? I don't get the joke. And if the joke is either of the things that I just listed, it's not a good joke. There's no punchline to the joke. It's just, haha, I'm simply better than you. If you think that's funny, or that I somehow got baited by Mayo, just remember, my video on Mayo got more views than the original video itself, so if anything, I won the debate. Game over, man. Game over! Bait unsuccessful. You tried, man. You really tried. Maybe next time. I love how angry he makes all of you. Please pinpoint to me the anger in question. Is the anger in the room with us right now? Not in my video, I don't think, but that comment section looking pretty spicy right now if you catch my drift. The cuckjack in the thumbnail convinced me that Under the Mayo is right. You judged my video off a portion of a thumbnail. I can already tell you got tunnel vision. Listen, I get it, right? Soy jacks are mega cringe. Nobody likes soy jacks. Those are like so mid 2010s, but listen, alright? Just hear me out. Maybe you should watch the video. Who knows? You might learn something out of it. You might learn a thing or two out of it. Just give it a little watch, okay? Give me that watch time. It does a lot for me. I think I am starting to grasp what this channel is about, just giving the mob someone to attack. The man literally did nothing except twerk to pictures. No actual children hurt, not even threatened. Just the implication is already enough to pull out pitchforks. So many actual wrongdoers in the world, and this is what we gotta expose. Good job. Caught a real threat to pubic safety here? And then you gotta wonder why nothing works as it should on this damn planet. We do in fact live in a society, man. We somehow struggle to comprehend the fact that, you should not jerk off to drawings of kids in sex acts, right? I know it's hard to grasp, but child porn kinda gay. Giving the mob someone to attack is the exact same thing that lolicons do, by the way, because they always get so vehemently and aggressively defensive over the fact that we are very uncomfortable with the idea of sexualizing minors with drawings. They always gotta come up with an excuse or a deflection too, like, oh, you're not saving actual children, look at all the predators you're ignoring. No, I do not in fact ignore real living child predators. I've exposed a couple of them myself. And let's just say they fucked off permanently. I can expose actual child predators, and I can express my hatred towards drawings of minors being sexualized and fetishized at the same time. That's crazy to think about, right? I can do both! Incredible! But yes, jerking off to drawings of kids is in fact pedophilic, and you should stop immediately. And to be fair, even if it were true that Sean wasn't a pedophile, he's still an incredibly awful person. Not just because he consumes lolicon, but because he is actually a very manipulative and very spiteful person. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Pedophiles bad, I'm good, case closed. Why you so mad? Touch on the doll where Griffin touched you, lol. He touched me right here. My heart. He broke my heart with his very bad opinions on Call of Duty. Griffin, why you gotta do me like that, man? I thought we had something. People often tend to forget that I can exaggerate things and play an act. I do sound pissed off in the video I made about Griffin, but fun fact, I read scripts, and usually when somebody reads off a script, like they're a voice actor or something, they tend to exaggerate while they're acting in order to spice things up a little. That's kind of the point of why I sound like that. I am acting. Commentary drama is fun. It's fun to piss people off, and it's fun to read off a script about some retard you want to make fun of. So no, I am not mad. I am simply having fun, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to have fun. Is your entire channel based on writing the success of other people, primarily Actman? Do you ever have any original content? Someone's salty. Not salty, I'm just trying to make my point blatantly clear. Don't worry, he made it clear that you're salty. That's kind of funny and ironic coming from you, considering you have an entire YouTube channel devoted to being salty about the opinions and success of others. You must be really desperate for views if you're trying that hard. Yeah man, I am very desperate for that sweet, juicy, and succulent clout. Thank you for noticing that I, in fact, like a lot of attention, and thank you, Anthony Jordan, for giving me that attention. God bless. Why do people think having an anime persona is cool, and why is your mic so awful? Don't get me wrong, Griffin has a hot take here, but I can't ignore the fact that you were the same dude that deleted your video about Griffin's Discord drama and ended up telling a British potato to apologize to Griffin for you during stream. Simp. The only thing I agree with in this comment is that, yeah, my microphone was, in fact, awful. That is such an ironic thing coming from you, seeing how you love focusing on console wars, which is like the epitome of Reddit moments. I mean, bro, you might just be projecting here. Bringing up the Griffin Gaming Discord drama, however, is the most common ad hominem I've been given and is easily dismissible because guess what? It's not relevant. And it never will be relevant because that's all the Griffin Gaming Discord drama is used for. It is and always will be an attempt at discrediting me that holds no weight because nobody cares about the Discord drama anymore. It's been 2 years since that day. Stop living in the past. No offense, but you're both COD players. I think this sums it up. You have been buying the same game since COD 1. You both are the worst type of gamer. You are COD players, so stop acting like some hero here to save a franchise that should have been dead long time ago. Excuse me sir, but could I possibly be given receipts of me buying every single COD game since COD 1? Because let me blow your minds real quick. I don't. I don't even like Call of Duty all that much. I only play it when I feel like it, which is almost never because I play better games like, just recently, Your Only Move is Hustle, or Lethal Company, or Ultra Kill, or StarCraft 2. I rarely ever play Call of Duty nowadays, and whenever I am playing Call of Duty, it's most likely going to be Black Ops 3 Zombies, because Black Ops 3 Zombies is the best zombies mode ever, and I will not be told otherwise. So no, good sir, I do not play every single Call of Duty. I haven't even played World at War for fuck's sake, and everyone tells me that World at War is one of the best CODs ever made. The bottom line is, I am not a Call of Duty fanboy, and I never will be. I only ever play Black Ops 3 nowadays, because it's got the only zombies experience that I care about. Butthurt, Griffin is right. Thank you, Alexis. Appreciate the input. One small issue though, Goku avatar. Anyone that fanboys over Dragon Ball is immediately discredited in my eyes. I used to watch a lot of anime, right? Not anymore. I quit a while ago because anime nowadays is just fucking stupid and unoriginal, but even in the dark ages where I would watch a lot of anime, I still hated Dragon Ball with a passion. And also One Piece. I will never enjoy One Piece or Dragon Ball because they are so fucking boring. Ugh. I'm going way off topic here. I'm roasting Griffin fanboys and I drone off about anime. I'm very autistic when it comes to these conversations. Anyways, pedophile time. Don't remember when feet pics became illegal. They were traded with minors for sexual pleasure. It was a truth or dare game. I know you came in just for views, and hey, it's no problem. Everyone needs money, am I right? But ruining someone's life is messed up. Okay, first of all, my video on Spookish is not monetized. Secondly, why is the fact I want views on this video a gotcha of yours when it's about an actual living child predator that I wanted to spread awareness about? And thirdly, the fact it took place in a game of truth or dare does not excuse Spookish of anything. He still traded feet pics with minors willingly, knowing full on well that the person he was trading pics with was underaged. That is inherently pedophilic, and the fact that you are defending that is very sus, dude. Don't defend predators. Just don't. It's a terrible look. Oh, and by the way, a quick little update for those that were involved in the Spookish drama. Spookish deleted his YouTube channel. If Spookish really was innocent, why would he delete his YouTube channel? Just putting that out there. Oh. You must be Libby's boyfriend then. Okay, I really want to dissect this comment right here, because there is just so much wrong with it. Firstly, we're still talking about Spookish, by the way. Firstly, the fact that I can sense a hint of jealousy here is rather telling. Secondly, whether or not I was hypothetically dating this individual, that should be the least of your concerns when there is a child predator involved. And thirdly, the insinuation that I am defending this minor because I am dating her is not only disgusting, because I am 21 years old and she at the time was 16, but it also comes off like you are hoping that that's the case. Because we all know that this is probably a friend of Spookish, so if you are hoping that the reason why I'm defending somebody from predatory activity is because I am dating them, then that means you are hoping that I would be a groomer. I would like to state that I am not Dream, I will never like kids, I am only attracted to adults. I've already dealt with a lot of slander already, I don't need to go through it again. Thinking that I am grooming this person by itself is not a good look for you, my man. You've got to be a brand new low if you are hoping that somebody gets away with predatory activity. You've got to be a very sick person to think that. My advice for you, that derp jerk, would be to seek mental help because you most likely need a lot of counseling, especially when you associate with child predators. And that, my friends, is the last comment of today. It's been quite the journey, guys. I am on my way to 7,000 subs. I really did not think I would get this far on YouTube, but lo and behold, I have. and it's really great. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I am trying my best to put out more videos. That Your Only Move is Hustle video I made previously, I had a lot of fun making that. I am hoping you guys enjoyed it too. I put a lot of effort into it. But I will try my best to bring out a lot more content for all of you out there. Thank you all so much for watching, and for those of you that are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and follow my Twitter because I need clout.